Is this budget audio mixer actually worth your money, or the hidden trade-offs a deal breaker? I've been testing the Reworal RGL04BT in my setup for the past 2 years, and today in this video I'm giving you my honest no BS review, the good, the bad, and the crucial power tips you need to know before buying one. Disclaimer, hindi ko sinasponsor yung mga brands na to. Binibili ko sila, then ginagawa ko sila ng sarili kong reviews based on my experiences regarding those things. Here's a quick look at the official specs on paper. It's a ultra compact mixer or mixing console at under 8 inches long, powered by a standard 5 volts 2 amps USB connection, and claims to have a total harmonic distortion of 0.01%. But let's see how those numbers hold up in actual daily use. If you are a beginner stepping into the world of mixing consoles, the Reworal RGL04BT is designed to make things easy. Right out of the box, that all-metal body immediately stands out. In my experience guys, metal build lahat siya. It feels durable, sturdy, and yung metal chassis niya acts as a natural shield against electromagnetic interference and radio frequency interference, like the signal buzz you usually get from the nearby Wi-Fi routers. Dako naman tayo guys sa gaano ko na-appreciate tong maliit na mixing console na to. First is versatile combo jacks. You get 2 combo jacks on the front. That means you can run 2 microphones. It's either condenser or a dynamic microphone or vice versa. Or 1 mic and a 1 instrument like a guitar or keyboard at the same time. Second, flexible power options. You don't need a massive proprietary power brick. Kahit yung regular na charging brick ng smartphone niyo, pwedeng-pwede na yun kasi ang ina-accept lang niya naman na power is max of 5 volts to amperes. Pero, pwede naman kayo bumili ng 5 volts 3 amps na power supply adapter. Just like what I did, ipapakita ko lang yung picture dyan ng power adapter kasi much prefer ko yun compared sa mga charging bricks. Kasi in my experience, yung mga charging bricks na yun, nagkakos sila ng high switching noise na tinatawag dahil yun sa mechanism ng mga charging bricks na yan na hindi naman talaga kasi sila designed for these types of audio devices. I preferred guys na pag gagamit kayo ng mga ganyang chargers to power up your devices, lalo na sa mixing console na to, make sure na gumamit kayo ng non-fast charger one. Kahit yung regular na charging brick lang guys na 5 volts to amps, pwede na yun. Third bullet is seamless Bluetooth. Yes, may Bluetooth siya guys kasama sa features niya. Although ang Bluetooth niya is hindi pa siya Bluetooth 5 mga Bluetooth 4. Pairing your phone via Bluetooth is super fast. Okay naman siya guys. Although sa experience ko, meron siyang latency kapag lumalayo ako. So, I think depende rin kasi sa location din yan. Yun lang yung watch out nyo dito sa Bluetooth connection niya. Then, fourth bullet is decent recording specs. So, I tried it using my USB A to A mail. I plug it from the mixer, yung sa kanyang USB port, directly to my PC. And yung kanyang maximum recording resolution is 16-bit 48 kHz, which gets the job done for casual recording or streaming. So, dako naman tayo sa real-world flaws. Basically, yung kanina guys, yung binanggit ko is yun yung pros. This time, dako naman tayo sa cons. First bullet naman, definitely there's a real-world flaws and compromises na dapat yung malaman. So, una, syempre, yung prone kasi siya guys, noise. No? Dahil, syempre, budget yung kanyang preamp. Syempre, expect nyo na yan na pag tinodo nyo yung gain pataas, lagpas ng mga 2 o'clock, doon na magkakaroon ng audible noise na tinatawag. It's called noise floor. So, mag-iingat kayo sa pagsiswitch ng gain. Then, next is preamp gain limit. Actually, yun na rin yun. Isama ko na rin siya doon sa preamp noise, no? Power and preamp noise. So, kaya nga sabi ko kanina, I suggest na instead of fast chargers, bumili lang kayo ng 5 volts 3 amps na power supply adapter. It's because yung mga yun, walang fast charger yun na kasama. So, hindi siya nagkukos ng switching noise unlike sa mga ordinary charging bricks na ginagamit natin sa pag-charge sa mga smartphones natin. Then, syempre, next is sa third bullet, yung phantom power. Yung phantom power niya guys, hindi siya true 48 volts. Mas mababa pa doon yung voltage niya. But in my case, in my experience naman, nagagamit ko naman yung BM800 ko na condenser microphone. kayang-kaya niya naman i-powered yung condenser microphone nun. Kahit na kakapalit ko lang ng 26mm na electret capsule nun as you see in my previous videos. Yung maiksi ko mga video guys. I-check nyo na lang yun. Sa build and button quirks naman, although yung ano niya, yung sa isasama ko rin syempre sa cons, yung power button niya, hindi ko siya gusto kasi para siyang, alam niyo yun, madaling masira pag hindi kayo maingat magpindot. Pati pala yung sa MP3 button niya, nagka-crackling siya and sometimes hindi siya gumagana. Like, kailangan ko siyang pindutin ng ilang beses, like mabilisang pindot para lang umayos yung kanyang connection. So, maybe sa unit ko lang naman yun and sa ibang unit, di naman siguro. Then, yung pinakalas sa cons is wala siyang XLR outputs na balance. Kasi yung meron lang dito sa unit na to is yung kanyang PL jack na outputs or yung 6.35mm or 1/4 inch mono outputs na tinatawag. Unlike sa, actually may nakita akong ano nito, yung updated version, M4 ata yung model, meron siyang XLR output na balance. Kasi itong PL jack, unbalanced kasi to. Kaya unbalanced kasi wala siyang shielding. Overall naman guys, yung Reworal RGL04-BT, solid starter board naman siya sa mga beginners. Lalo na pag tight yung budget ninyo. Matibay naman siya, madaling gamitin, and enough naman yung kanyang inputs. Reliable naman siya guys in my experience. Actually, 2 taon ko na, almost 3 years ko na pala to ginagamit. For me naman, I recommend this mixer sa mga beginner like I said earlier. So if this review guys help you out, drop a like and subscribe for more reviews like this guys. Also pala guys, thank you guys for watching and see you guys to the next video. Peace!